The mystical legacy of Saint Sarah Le Calais, daughter of the divine protector of the Roma. In the heart of southern France, where the waters of the Mediterranean kiss the shores of Sainte Marie de la Mer, there exists a tradition woven into the fabric of Grail lore and ancient worship. It centres on a figure both mysterious and revered, Saint Sarah Le Calais. The myths surrounding her origins, veneration, and divine symbolism offer a fascinating exploration into the fusion of early Christian, Romani, and even Hindu beliefs, creating a unique and enduring cultural mystery. A hidden legacy, the daughter of Mary Magdalene. One of the most intriguing legends of Saint Sarah positions her as the secret daughter of Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, Jesus Christ. According to this narrative, Sarah's existence was a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few of Jesus' closest followers. As the story goes, following the crucifixion, which I have covered before and was a myth, Mary Magdalene fled persecution in the Holy Land, taking a perilous journey across the Mediterranean with her young daughter, accompanied by two other women, Mary Salome and Mary of Clopas. They arrived on the shores of what is now Sainte Marie de la Mer. Here they were greeted and aided by a woman whose presence would become central to the local legend, Sarah Le Calais. The story, often referred to as the Golden Legend, suggests that the three Marys escaped to protect the divine bloodline, intertwining the Grail mythos with the Merovingian dynasty's claim of descent from this sacred lineage. The Merovingians, known as the long-haired kings, believed themselves to be the descendants of Sarah, thus carrying a divine and royal bloodline linked directly to the figure of Christ. This connection to the Grail lore and a wholly hidden lineage elevates Sarah Le Calais from local saint to a central figure in the esoteric traditions of Europe. The Egyptian connection, Isis and the healing powers of Sarah. Another legend places Sarah Le Calais as a companion of the three Marys, known affectionately as Sarah the Egyptian. In this version, she is a woman of profound healing abilities, drawing her power from the ancient traditions of Egypt. Her connection to the Egyptian goddess Isis, the divine mother and healer, suggests a link between early Christian mysticism and the enduring practices of the Egyptian priesthood. Sarah's healing skills, her association with water, and her dark skin all contribute to her identification as a figure embodying both the nurturing and fierce aspects of the divine feminine. Saint Sarah and the Romani tradition, from India to France. For the Romani people, Sarah Le Calais is more than just a saint. She is a goddess figure, embodying protection, power, and the mysterious force of fate. The Roma, who trace their linguistic and cultural origins back to northwest India, brought with them a rich spiritual heritage, including worship of the great Hindu goddesses like Kali, Saraswati, and Durga. The name Sarah Le Calais, which translates to Sarah the Black, resonates deeply with the iconography of the dark-skinned Hindu goddess Kali, a representation of time, change, and destruction. Kali's fierce nature and protective qualities parallel those attributed to Saint Sarah of the Roma. As the story goes, the Roma adopted Saint Sarah as a patroness, seeing in her a reflection of their own goddess traditions. The annual pilgrimage to Sainte Marie de la Mer, where the statue of Saint Sarah is carried into the water, resembles the ritual immersion of statues of Hindu deities during festivals like Durga Puja. This act, submerging the statue into the waters, highlights her role as a protector and aligns her with the water deities, reinforcing her association with ancient goddesses. The Magnata Connection, the Great Mother archetype. Saint Sarah Le Calais' role as a powerful mother figure and protector of the marginalised links her directly to the archetype of Magna Mater, or the Great Mother, worshipped across ancient cultures. The Magna Mater was venerated as Cybele in Phrygia, Demetra in Greece, and as the Roman Magna Mater, a deity whose domain encompassed the earth, fertility, and the mysteries of life and death. Like these ancient mother goddesses, Sarah Le Calais embodies the qualities of nurturing, protection, and a connection to the cycles of life. Her association with dark skin, the colour black, and water rituals may be tied to the ancient worship of the Black Madonna, a form of the Great Mother venerated throughout Europe. These Black Madonnas are often depicted with dark skin and are believed to represent the Earth's fertile soil, the mysteries of the underworld, and the cosmic womb. In this way, Saint Sarah Le Calais' worship continues the ancient lineage of the Great Mother, adapting it into Christian and Romany contexts while retaining its core themes of protection, transformation, and renewal. The ritual of carrying her statue into the waters during the annual pilgrimage mirrors the ancient rites of the Magna Mater, who was celebrated with processions and offerings at riverbanks and by the sea. The act of immersion can be seen as a symbolic return to the primordial waters of creation, the source from which all life springs, echoing the role of the Great Mother as the origin of all existence. Indeed, in my video about the Magna Mater, I explain that the origins of the black colour of her skin is that of a black stone or meteorite that fell to earth. The ancients saw this as a message from the Great Mother, whose black colour is that of the dark fertile soil. The stone is now housed at Mecca, where the Muslims worship it, most of them never knowing they are worshipping the original Great Mother, much like Catholics worship Mother Mary as her embodiment. The rituals of Saint Sarah: water, worship, and renewal. Every year in late May, the small town of Saint Mary de la Mer transforms into a vibrant pilgrimage site as thousands of Roma gather to honour Saint Sarah. The highlight of the celebration is the procession, where her statue, depicted with dark skin, is carried from the crypt of the Romanesque fortress chapel to the waters of the Mediterranean. Here she is submerged, a ritual act symbolising purification, rebirth, and her power over liminal spaces between the earthly and the divine. The ritual submersion into water may hold deeper symbolic meanings. The dark skin of Saint Sarah's statue has led some to speculate about an esoteric connection to Bindar, the third sephira of the Kabbalistic tree of life, associated with the primordial waters, the Great Mother, and the new moon. Bindar, representing understanding and the deep, mysterious waters of creation, resonates with the aspects of transformation and hidden wisdom attributed to Sarah de Calais. Through this lens, the ritual immersion can be seen as a symbolic return to the divine source, the cosmic womb, from which all life emerges. The Unofficial Saint, beyond the Roman Catholic canon. Despite the devotion she inspires, Saint Sarah is not officially recognised by the Roman Catholic Church. Her status as a saint remains rooted in local tradition, oral histories, and the practices of the Romany people. This unofficial status, however, does not diminish her power. Instead, it enhances her mystique, allowing her to be a figure who transcends dogma, embodying a blend of Christian, pagan, and Romany spiritualities. Conclusion. The timeless appeal of Sarah Le Calais. The story of Saint Sarah Le Calais is one of survival, adaptation, and the blending of diverse spiritual traditions. From the possibility of her being the daughter of Mary Magdalene and Jesus, to her veneration as a Romany goddess connected to the ancient Hindu divine feminine, Sarah Le Calais has become a symbol of hidden power. Her legends are a reminder of the deep cross-cultural currents that flow beneath the surface of established religions, uniting people through sacred archetypes and rituals. Although Mary Magdalene's and Yeshua's first daughter was named Sarah, this is not her. She was simply named after this goddess that is known by many names in different places. Sarah means noblewoman or princess or priestess, much like Mary. So whereas you can connect all females of the Grail bloodline back to all goddesses, Magnata, Cybele, Demetra, Iana, Kali, Mother Mary, and many others, this icon is an embodiment of the Great Mother, which has become Sarah Le Calais, is not the worship of a bloodline family member, but the supreme Mother Goddess of all. In the figure of Saint Sarah Le Calais, we find a powerful embodiment of the divine feminine, one who bridges cultures, faiths, and epochs. Her story, carried forward by music, dance, and annual rites, continue to inspire and provide solace. In the waters of Sainte Marie de la Mer, where history, myth, and spirit meet, Saint Sarah Le Calais is a timeless icon of mystery, healing, and transformation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe or become a member if you really like my videos. That's all for now. Bye!